It's the weekend.
Warriors, Warriors, come on to play.
Yeah, here we go. Good Saturday morning, everybody. We're broadcasting live from the Weekend Warriors studios in beautiful Peoria, Arizona. I am Ralph Romano, not alongside my partner in crimes at all. Neil Lynch and Philip Amrine are out.
I fired them both. They're gone because they're that stupid.
Business decision.
They went on vacation together to go get cans and rub each other's backs or whatever they're doing. So instead of them, we haven't heard from him in a while. It's been a while. We got Ben Walschlager, the ultimate Colts enthusiast backer. He's the guy.
The ultimate.
More than Jeffrey?
Yeah, more than Jeffrey.
Wow.
And then we got Triple H, the legend, the Leapers Fork legend, Triple
That's
H,
right.
5-time. And this is the Weekend Warriors. Hey, since Neil's out here, we are streaming this live on X, YouTube, and Facebook. And also join us on the text line, 888-368-1580. Be part of our conversation. It's going to be a lot of college football, a lot of pro football,
a tiny bit of baseball to start, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm honored to be here, Ralph. And pleasure to meet you, Ben.
Yeah, likewise. I always thought Triple H was a big buff wrestler guy, but apparently he's not.
Well, you see, his real name isn't actually Triple H. My real name is Triple H.
It's on the birth certificate.
It's on the birth certificate. Well said. Well said.
So someone's just texting me in right now. What are they saying? They're saying we're echoing. Our mics are all muted, right?
Uh-oh.
Our
Or
mics?
Let's see. I
there.
believe you should be muted.
Are you muted?
It says your mic is muted.
Okay, good. There you go. That should be better now.
Okay.
Come on, Ben.
All right.
You've done this before.
It's my first day.
Wow. All right. So, you guys done introducing each other? You get all nice and all that?
We'll get a hug.
We'll get a hug. I agree with that.
This is not that kind of show.
Ralph, I think you need a hug.
No, I really don't. My wife overhugs me if she's not smacking me.
Pippi, no stockings.
Yeah, she no stockings me.
Uh,
All right.
I
I want to start with baseball. We're going to do a little bit of baseball first because I have to, right? I mean, I know probably you guys didn't see what happened last night and you don't know what's going on. No, you didn't see it. Trust me.
Okay.
Clayton Kershaw
Yeah.
is retiring.
I saw that.
Clayton Kershaw, after 18 seasons. Let's talk about Clayton a little bit. I remember his first game. I remember way, way back when he threw his first game. But let's talk about Clayton for a little bit. 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He won the MVP back in 2014. 10-time All-Star. Even got a Gold Glove in 2007. 3,000 plus career strikeouts. He had 6 last night. 2.54 ERA for his career, which is the lowest among starting pitchers in this modern era. 200 plus wins. This guy, we all know he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Is he a top 5 all-time pitcher?
Ooh, top 5.
Oh, top 5 all-time pitcher.
Top 10 all-time pitcher?
Top 10. I can see that.
I think top 10 makes sense.
Yeah.
Why does 5
Statistically.
scare you both?
Just because baseball has such an illustrious history. It's top 5. Man, you got me kind of like, I don't know if I'm prepared.
Who's in your top 5, Ralph?
Well, I think Koufax would have to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, what'd you say?
Nothing. I think that was just a squirrel.
I think Koufax would be one of them. I think Satchel Paige could be one, but then he didn't play a long time. Clemens could be top 10. Randy Johnson's top 10.
Big unit.
Yep.
I don't know.
What about Cy Young?
Walter Johnson.
Cy Young sucked. They just wrote an award after him.
I was like, well, he's got a whole award after him.
Yeah, come on now.
Who'd you say, Walter Johnson?
Yeah. Nationals back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, you're going way back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm going way back, man.
Wait, how about this? Top 5 in the modern era.
All right.
Oh, then, yeah.
Kershaw.
Totally.
Yeah, sure.
100%. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch him last night?
No.
No,
I saw the highlights.
You saw highlights.
I saw a couple home runs right after.
I was working last night, Ralph. I'm a working man.
What?
Yeah, I was working.
Doing what?
I do the high school show.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're watching a high school show off. Clayton Kershaw was pitching last night. His last home start in a regular season in a Dodger uniform. And this is the thing that really gets me about Clayton that we'll probably never see again.
Okay.
18 seasons for one team.
That's a lot for a
Yeah.
pitcher just in general.
In general, 18 seasons is a lot.
Absolutely.
But to stay with one team in the free agent era,
Mhm.
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You
That
know?
is pretty impressive loyalty.
They must have paid him well.
Just
I'm
like
gonna-
this station.
I'm gonna miss Clayton Kershaw. I'm a big Clayton Kershaw fan. Another Dodger who did something. First of all, Clayton, thank you. Another guy that did something pretty impressive this year. He created his own club.
Who?
Look at 5 times like what?
Yeah.
Come on, not in this club. It's not the Leapers Fork Barn Group where you guys put your hoods on and you meet. It's not
Pretty
that
fun.
group.
It's a pretty fun place. A lot of stuff gets done. Very
A
productive.
lot of stuff gets done.
A lot of trees with long. Anyway,
Very
Um,
productive, Ralph.
it's Tennessee. It's Leapers Fork.
That's right.
The new 50-50 club.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I heard about it. Yep.
Right? 50 home runs, 50 strikeouts.
Wow.
Never been done.
Well,
Really?
yeah, he's a
Never.
unique, one of a kind player for sure.
What do you mean, really?
I'm just intrigued.
Outside of Babe Ruth, how many pitchers you know that go out there and hit 50 home runs?
I mean,
Okay.
nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you guys just
Ohtani.
aren't. You're not liking this. This is good stuff.
I'm just not a big baseball.
Me
fan.
neither.
I can
You
tell
know?
both of you were
Yeah,
like,
it's like cool. I'll
this
watch
is
the
just-
World
this just
Series. That's about
sucks.
it.
Uh,
I'll watch a few
nobody wants
highlights
to
here
talk
and there.
about baseball.
Me
I mean, we
neither,
can
man.
we can switch. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to switch early. I
Is
just
this-
got one more thing to say.
Is it still baseball season?
Oh my gosh.
Are we still doing this?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I kind of check out when football.
I can
season
tell
starts,
you're
I'm gonna
like
be
both
honest.
Yeah.
checked out.
As soon as football season goes on, it's like there are no other sports. I don't care.
You
Yep.
guys suck, man. I don't believe
I'll pay
this.
attention to baseball a little bit in the summertime.
You know, Ralph, I'm a college football guy, man. When
I
that
know, but
starts,
come
get-
on, these are big deals.
They are.
They are.
They are.
We're not going to defend.
We're
it.
here to
We're not
support
gonna
you,
defend
Ralph.
ourselves. Yeah, that's right. Emotional support.
All right.
Ralph.
Well-
This is your moment.
Okay,
Congratulations.
I don't have moments.
We're
I'm
here for
married for
you.
30 something years. My moments are
I
gone.
think you have moments. We're
Yeah,
here
they're-
with you
they're
in those moments.
senior moments. That's about it.
All
One
cyber
last thing
moments.
for all our LA listeners, because I know we do have LA listeners. If you haven't heard this, so you guys, I don't want you even commenting on this. You guys both need to be quiet.
Okay.
Because you're not
Okay.
going to say anything anyway. Andre Kopitar, the LA Kings, is retiring after this season as well. So he spent 20 years in the NHL with the Kings. So all again with one team. He's our boy. He's our captain. 2 Stanley Cups. He's been our captain since 2016. 1,278 career points in 1,450 games. For LA, that's a big deal. I know you guys don't care, and that's all right. But for us LA guys, that is a really big deal. We love Andre Kopitar. We'll talk more about it during the season, but he announced that 2 days ago as well. So we're losing Kershaw and we're losing Kopitar within a 12-month span. That's just a lot to take on.
Do
We're
you
going to
a
need some
moment?
therapy. Yeah.
Do you need some couple days
you
off?
need a moment.
I'm gonna need some therapy.
You take some PTO.
Don't worry, Ralph. I know a guy.
Is his name Jeffrey O'Brien? Because if it is, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Because the only thing he's good at is driving people to the suicide hotline.
Well, he's
All right.
also HR, so I mean, he can help
Yeah,
that
he
too.
may be the worst HR person I've ever met in my life. My gosh.
I
All
can't
right,
confirm
so
nor deny
you know
that.
what? Here, look. My notes on Kopitar, throwing him away.
Thank you.
My my Shohei notes, throwing him away.
Thank
Done. We're gonna start. We're just gonna go right to college football. How's that?
Hey, all right. Now to
Let's
sports.
do it.
Now to sports.
Let's throw it back to Ralph in sports.
Bunch of jerks. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's start here. I kind of smiled at this one.
Okay.
UCLA fired Deshaun Foster
Mm.
Yeah.
after an 0-3 start. Now, I was a big Deshaun Foster supporter because they were so bad under him.
Mhm.
So as a USC guy, I was very happy to see
Mm.
Deshaun Foster doing what he's doing.
Mhm.
But an 0-3 start, I mean, that last game, they lost to New Mexico.
Yeah.
It's like, yikes.
And they paid them too, right? They paid New Mexico
They
to
did.
play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They paid
We'll
him.
pay you, and you guys can beat us.
What was that floored me. So really happy about that. We'll get your comments in a second. And then Virginia Tech dismissing Brent Pry also. Who was
Right.
free.
Yeah.
I know you have some. Do you have an opinion about that?
Well, the UCLA job is you asked me, like, what are the jobs that have lowered the most in terms of status in college football these last 20 years?
Right.
UCLA would probably be at the top of my list because 20 years ago,
Mhm.
this was a actually really pretty good program.
Right.
They were competing in the top of the Pac-12.
Yeah.
And now you look at their games. There's about 20 people there. You could hear a pen drop, right? Chip Kelly left UCLA to become an offensive coordinator. He wasn't fired from UCLA. He just said, I don't know if I wanted this job anymore. I'm going to go become an OC. Like that's the status of this team. They were going to Rose Bowls in the 90s, man, with Troy Aikman. And now here we are. The whole Nico experiment doesn't seem to be working out either.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a train wreck. Virginia Tech, I think, has some juice. They have some history. They're in a pretty good recruiting area. I know UCLA is, but Virginia Tech, they're selling out their games a lot. There's still a buy-in. I think that job is underrated. That UCLA job, worst spot it's ever been. Yep.
Ben?
Yeah. I mean, it's a becoming more and more of a competitive world. As we see, if a coach loses one game, people are already talking. Is it time to replace him? Like, it's just one game. But you go 0-3 to start the season.
Oh yeah,
you got to expect it, especially if you're 0-2. You're like, I know if I lose this next game, I'm done. It's a competitive next man up world, including in the coaching staff.
And the teams he lost to, like you have New Mexico, 35-10.
Yes,
against New Mexico. This is a team that was struggling against Idaho State, an FCS team, a couple weeks ago. UNLV, last time I checked, they're getting their butt kicked by Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
Right.
And they got obliterated by Utah, who I haven't seen is in a game with Texas Tech right now. They're a good football team. But, oh my goodness, none of them have even been close. They've been embarrassed in these games. So, UCLA is in deep trouble.
And it all comes down to money. You have all these alumni and boosters and all this stuff, paying money to the school. They're going to be like, I'm not going to keep paying into the program when you guys are 0-3.
Right.
Get this guy out.
Here's my question: How early is too early to fire a coach? I mean, what
if it's the first year and they're going 0-3? That's too early. But
this is second year.
Exactly. These guys have been around for hey, we need to see some results right away, or you're getting replaced.
So second year, you're 0-3. That's not too early.
I still think it's a little bit too early.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit, but it's understandable, I guess.
What is happening? This is a topic. Just a question here.
Go ahead.
Look at all of these California schools. Stanford, 10 years ago, Rose Bowls. Cal, 15 years ago, Deshaun Jackson, Marshawn Lynch, Aaron Rodgers, 10-win seasons. USC was national championship competing constantly. They have been a shell of themselves. UCLA, they've been extremely down. Is it that the NIL era is just, you need a certain amount of funding in your football program, and all of these California schools just don't seem to be buying in financially. They're more academically driven. And I think it's really costing them. Just something to keep out a look for.
Well, I think that's a really good point. I think when you talk Stanford or you talk Berkeley,
right,
they're not focused on winning football games.
But they used to be able to.
They're too focused on creating militants. But anyway, you know what they're focused on, right? And it's not football.
Yeah.
Right. UCLA, I'm not really sure what's happened to them, to be honest with you.
No fan buy-in.
I think the SEC kind of took over, and a lot of the top recruits in the nation,
a
lot of top recruits in the nation, don't want to go to those schools in California more. They want to go to your, Alabama, LSU, and
Darn right they do.
But I think so. Yeah, Triple H is a hardcore SEC guy. You just made him the happiest man in the world.
And it's true though. I mean, look who's been dominating the past.
Oh my
years.
gosh.
Oh, right.
I'm a Nebraska fan, so they're not part of the SEC, but I'm a realist. I take a look at what's going on, but everyone can agree the SEC's been kind of dominating recently.
I don't
preaching to the choir, Ben. I like you all. I like you already. I like Nebraska tonight too. Huge game against Michigan, man. Huge game.
But I don't think SC plays into that role. If you look at SC, I mean, they spend money.
Sure.
On football. They do a great job recruiting.
They do.
Right? They just have been struggling finding the real leader after Carroll left. I mean, once Carroll left, it's been hard for them, right?
Yeah.
We all thought Lincoln Riley was that guy, and now we're all sitting there going, we're not sure he is.
Right. Well, I'm going to give you some crazy, interesting stats here. So when you look at revenue for each football program that has been gained, USC is actually behind the top 25. Northwestern's football program made more money than they did last year. So people immediately think like, oh, USC, it's a prolific brand. And it is. It's a huge brand with a pedigree and a lot of history. But there just doesn't seem to be a buy-in in any of these California schools. Why isn't USC making, like the money that, I don't know, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Alabama, or even Nebraska is making. They're just not right now.
I mean, but they're filling their stadium every week.
They are.
The Coliseum's packed every week they play.
'Cause they're giving away tickets.
But
Sometimes. I mean, sometimes you look at that stadium and there are some empty seats.
I mean, it holds 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big stadium.
I think the Rams moving to USC kind of hurt it a little bit because USC was like the football team in California. And then the Rams moved there and the Chargers, but yeah. And then now all of a sudden their focuses are more diverted. I don't know.
I think, okay, so I think people on the West Coast, so being an LA guy, transplant.
Yeah.
And I'm a hardcore sports fan, but people on the West Coast are different than people in the SEC because we live in California, which used to be one of the greatest states in this country. There's so much to do there, right? It's you can be in an hour, or not actually in an hour, in 20 minutes, I could be on the beach.
Yep.
And an hour later, I could be up in the snow.
Yeah.
You know, and there's everything in between. I mean, so
that's why Hollywood went there. Yeah.
Right. I mean, so there's just so much to do there where if you live in Alabama, Tuscaloosa, I mean,
there's so much to do there too.
There's not a whole lot to do in
you
Tuscaloosa.
You can go to the football game, the basketball game,
and
the baseball game, and drink.
Alabama's your
smoke.
life, right? U of A is your life.
And catfishing.
Auburn's your life. Catfishing. In Tennessee, I mean, Tennessee's your life.
Yeah.
They live and die by their colleges.
Yeah. There's just more to do.
This is not true in places like California.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have the Dodgers and all these teams, and out in Knoxville, Tennessee, or Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. So the passion is just
Nebraska's a great example.
Lincoln, Nebraska, exactly. Yeah.
And the expectation out in California is that you win every year. We expect the Dodgers to win a ring every year. We expect the Lakers to be in contention every year.
Yeah.
And SC, when they fell off that map a little bit after Pete Carroll. See, Pete Carroll was smart. He came in, he got Hollywood involved. He made it. He made it an event. He made it a place to be.
It was such a brand,
right? He branded the heck out of it.
Yeah.
And when he left, that fell off.
Yeah.
And that's why I think they've been hurting a little bit. I think they're doing a good job recruiting again, and I think they're getting stronger again. This team this year is not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Better than I thought it would be. 2026 class. I don't know if you've been following that route.
Yeah.
Top 3 in the country.
Right. So that I think the future's bright, and maybe Lincoln Riley's saving his job doing the recruiting and having the decent year this year. But like UCLA, they don't buy into that.
No.
Right. So they don't do a great job recruiting. They don't make it a destination. People don't care about UCLA. And I'm glad to see that. They're falling off the map. And as an SC guy, I love that.
So you hate UCLA more than Notre Dame, you told me that?
Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, yeah. It's a crosstown rivalry.
I would have thought Notre Dame based on just all the history behind that.
No, not at all. It's a USC, UCLA thing. We don't like Notre Dame, but they're so far away. We don't worry about them. You got to remember, you got the school, the kids from USC and UCLA are living right down the street.
Right.
They've gone to high school together. They played against each other in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's that big rivalry that's built in. It's ingrained from the time they're young. And so that's why it's such a big deal. You don't have that with Notre Dame.
All said.
All right. See, we started college football for you. We got so much more to get
into.
There we
so
go.
much more fun, isn't it?
Let's go ahead and take a break. I want to talk about the transfer portal rule change. Are you aware of that, Harris?
I am aware of that. Yeah.
I want you to talk about that a little bit. We'll get into some ranking stuff. Of course, we'll get into games as well. I know you want to talk games, and we'll probably talk SEC, I'm sure. It's the Weekend Warriors here on 1580 The Fanatic.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend. October 31st through November 2nd. Experience the thrill of NASCAR racing at Phoenix Raceway. October 31st, it's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. November 1st, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it all culminates with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship on Sunday, November 2nd. This event will sell out. Go to PhoenixRaceway.com for more. Don't miss the NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Get your tickets now.
Pima JTED doesn't just work for students, it works for all of Arizona. Hands-on training, real-world skills, high school students become job-ready, and Arizona businesses get the talent they need to thrive. Without a skilled workforce, Arizona can't grow. But with Pima JTED graduates, our entire economy prospers. Join the businesses already investing in Arizona's future. Learn more at PimaJTED.org. That's PimaJTED.org. This message is sponsored by Potoff Private Philanthropy.
Finding yourself skipping your self-care routine, experiencing things around you others don't, or withdrawing from friends and family. You might be experiencing first episode psychosis, or FEP. Stress, trauma, substance use, even genetics can trigger it. And if you're in your late teens to mid-20s, it's impacting you more than others. Know the signs of FEP. Go to learnmorefep.org. Sponsored by MatForce, working to build healthier communities.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hi, I'm Shannon Estes, president of CMI Gold and Silver. For more than 100 years, the motto "Be Prepared" has been a sound piece of advice. You can become financially prepared and diversify your portfolio with the wealth-preserving power of physical gold and silver. These precious metals have been used to store wealth for thousands of years. Take a dollar bill and cut it into 100 pieces. It is now worthless. Take a piece of gold or silver and cut it into 100 pieces. It still retains all of its value. My father established CMI Gold and Silver in 1973. Over the past 50 years, we've helped Americans with secure and discreet physical metals transactions. We're family-owned, A+ rated, and trusted by generations. Visit us online at cmigs.com or in person at October's Barrett-Jackson Car Show, October 15th through 18th at Westworld in Scottsdale. Visit our booth to examine and even buy gold and silver products. Get your questions answered in a no-pressure, fun, relaxed environment. Mention Money Radio for a free gift. cmigs.com.
Football, a sport so tough, the ball started out round, but got the shit kicked out of it on both ends. Follow the NFL right here. 1580 The Fanatic, your home for the NFL.
Weekend Warriors on 1580 The Fanatic. Hey, join us, be part of the conversation. Get on the text line, 888-368-1580. Come on, get on here. Talk some sports with us. And also...
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. YouTube, X, and Facebook streaming live if you want to see this sexy guy or those two guys.
There you go.
Whatever event. So speaking of text line, Cardinal Art, my guy, who no matter where I am, I'm on the radio or I'm streaming somewhere, I get this text. It says, tuned in as usual, but what better way to start of the text line with a suck it, Ralph?
It's his full-time job at this point.
It is. Hey, Cardinal Art, are you going to be at the game Thursday? Because I will. I'm curious if you're going to be there. Hefty Lefty's on the text line. It says, it's odd that the state with the most football talent at the high school level, especially at the skill positions, can't keep them in state anymore. He's talking about California.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, most in-state talent. I mean, that's probably Texas or
Florida.
Texas or
I
Florida
think it's
for
California.
sure. California's up there, and I'd put it near probably third or fourth. With
No, come on. They have some of the highest rated high school teams there are.
California has quarterbacks and receivers. It's number one. But when you talk like trenches,
well, yeah, man, all the fat guys are living in Alabama and Tennessee because that's all they do. They have nothing to do. They just eat.
Eating football.
Yeah, you get your fat guys from there, and you get your skill players from California.
I mean, the food's damn good, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, get that barbecue.
Damn right.
I mean, come on, the fat guys. All right, let's talk about this. No one's really talked about this. This is the NCAA transfer portal rule change. I haven't heard much about it. All I know is that effective next spring, they're eliminating the spring transfer window. Do you know more about it?
Yeah, so there's only going to be one portal window, which is going to be during the winter, which is right after, I believe, in early December. Now, here's what it should be. You know, the NCAA is running in circles when it could just walk in a straight line. All right. What should probably happen is after the national championship game is when guys hit the portal, because in this system, you have coaches that are coaching a run to the national championship in the middle of that, while also peak recruiting season, because guys are hitting the portal. That is the most busy you will be recruiting, is when guys hit the portal. So that needs to change. They need to have the portal open after the entire college football season is over. But I think that makes too much logical sense for the NCAA to do.
That'd be easy.
So wait, when is it going to open?
December.
December. That's the one window.
Which is
that's
weird
open.
because you have players that are going to be playing in bowl games
Right.
in January who are transferring, and then the coach knows like you're transferring, and like why am I putting this effort into you knowing that you're not going to even be
That
here?
doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Like Missouri's quarterback, Bo Prabula, he wanted to stay for the entire Penn State tenure and their college football playoff run. But because the portal opened and closed in a certain date, he had to transfer in the middle of the playoff run because he wasn't going to start. Drew Aller was going to start. He wanted to go somewhere where he could start. So he had to transfer in the middle of the playoff.
Yeah.
I don't like
It's crazy.
That's weird.
It's terrible.
Why can't they do, like you just
Despicable.
said, why can't they just do it after the national championship?
Look, it's like teaching like Chinese to a 5-year-old, you know, it's what talking with them sometimes. It's like they just won't understand, Ralph.
No, my son's learning Chinese.
Oh,
And there's a lot of kids in
Mandarin.
China that are 5 that can
Right.
speak.
I should say
So it's
people.
actually pretty easy,
I should have said
apparently.
people in America. Yeah, I was
Yeah, because I know a lot of 5-year-old Chinese kids.
Yeah.
They all work for me in my
It's a
back room.
horrible analogy.
That was a horrible analogy. You know what? Two
So it's
claps,
easy, is that what you're saying?
Two claps next play. You know what?
So does this mean we're going to see more people that are going to be sitting out during bowl games or playoffs because they don't want to?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I hate this is so wrong.
I know.
I don't like this.
It's gonna bring a weird team morale, knowing like some of your star players are not even gonna play in the next game because they're transferring. It's gonna be an awkward locker room situation. They weren't thinking when they put this one through.
Can we just get rid of the NCAA and the way they make rules?
Sure.
I'm so sick of the
Just get rid of college sports in general. Just
no
more.
Yeah. Yep. We'll
Card-
talk all baseball then. Ralph will get his wish.
Oh, good.
Oh shit. Cardinal Arts on the text line says, I wish Ralph, but if you have an extra ticket for me, I believe I'd be. Now, you know what? I don't.
Do you want my ticket?
I gave Ben a ticket. But speaking of the portal, what does it say? Dabo probably want to try it as well as what? Dabo probably want to try it as well.
He's talking about Dabo Sweeney.
Oh,
yeah.
As UCLA, because if your coach is fired midseason, guys can enter the portal. If your coach is fired, is that true? You can, right?
Yeah, if your coach is fired, you have a window.
Because that just happened to the quarterback of
UCLA.
UCLA, yeah.
Is he entering the portal?
Amaliga, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Amaliva. I mean, that's pretty well said.
I'm going to leave you.
I'm going to leave you.
I'm going to leave you. Yeah, I mean, how wild would that be? I saw an article predicting that Nico would transfer back to Tennessee. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's another awkward locker room situation.
Exactly. He wouldn't start. Yeah. So
Well,
guys,
no.
remember me?
I'm sorry. Whistling gerbils on a text line. Here we go. See, my son's learning Mandarin in elementary.
You know what, guys? Sometimes you have slings, sometimes you have misses in this business, and that was a miss.
Yeah.
I will fully acknowledge it. And yep, I take responsibility.
Yeah, you really should. Cardinal Art back on the line says it's a bunch of NCAA. Okay. And it's a bunch of NCAA got a bunch of coaches on the hot seat. Notre Dame is in trouble as well. I was going to talk about coaches on the hot seat because I think who is on the hot seat right now? I'm thinking the coach of Florida is.
Billy Napier is absolutely on the hot seat.
He better find a way to win today, and I don't think he
My
will.
goodness. Billy Napier has a losing record against FBS opponents these last 4 years. And he's been given a lot of time with a lot of resources and a big program that has a lot of history winning national championships. So it's just not the standard.
How about the Tennessee coach?
Josh Heupel, what about him?
He should be on the hot seat.
You kidding me?
He sucks.
Get out of here. Stop it.
Who else is on the hot seat?
Won 10 games or these average 10 games per season. Winning.
How's he doing this year?
I mean, you know what?
He's
The
2-1,
Georgia-
I mean.
He's doing fine. The Georgia game was just rough, man. It's tough to beat those dogs. They just have a way, man.
How about Notre Dame's?
No, Marcus Freeman shouldn't be on the hot seat. No, it's a rough
0-2,
start.
and he shouldn't be on the hot seat.
0-2 and ranked.
He made the yeah. How about that?
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
How is he ranked at 0-2?
I mean, he
The
made
games have been close, yes, but
Yeah.
come on.
There is no way in the world that an 0-2 team should be ranked in the top 25.
No, shouldn't.
First time since 1988 that's happened.
That's crazy.
1988.
Before Harris was even a consideration.
Before I
That
wasn't
happened.
even close to a thought.
Oh, you were in somebody's head. But how does that happen? I don't get. This is the whole. Just like Alabama's creeping back in. Come on, man.
Yeah.
How are they back to 14?
Alabama, yeah, it doesn't. Well, we don't know the whole basis of the AP poll. There's no logos with it. I think that's the issue. You'll see that video of that woman who was asked why she put Florida over South Florida after that week 2 game. And she was like, she's an AP poll voter. And she was like, well, I don't really like to get into my process. And, and then people were like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? You're a voter. So people just.
I like their uniforms. They're nice.
That's what she's doing. She's picking by colors.
Yeah, they're picking by
their
colors.
helmet logo's pretty. So, top 10.
I hate polls. I hate this whole garbage. I don't know. I think there's, again, I talk about the SEC bias in these polls, and there is.
Here we go again.
There is.
Grab your popcorn, Ben.
Alabama 14. They have no business being 14.
I think you have to have these polls, though, Ralph. There's 1,000 teams. It's not like the NFL where there's just 32 teams. It's easy to rank them, but you have all these teams who could be in the top 25.
Fine. Then let's go back to the playoffs. Why should the playoffs should then be top 25 teams in the playoffs?
The playoffs should probably be the top 100 teams to make it fair. Start the playoffs now.
No, don't say that around Harris because he's going to say that you're devaluing the weekly games.
Okay.
And
devaluing the regular season, which is what the sport was built on.
The college football is already devaluing the regular season. Look at the first games that a lot of these teams play.
That's true.
You have like Ohio State playing Glendale Community College.
Right.
Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah, I agree
Stop with those games.
They need to stop with those games. Well, that's because the selection committee hasn't seemed to favor strength of schedule. I mean, why do you think USC is trying to get out of their weekly or yearly game with Notre Dame? That's a rivalry that the sport is built on, but USC is trying to get out of it.
I don't know why they are. I don't know why they are.
I know why they are. It's because the committee wants it, doesn't favor strength of schedule enough, and the market is naturally adjusting.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the West Coast teams made it a point of playing tougher schedules. See, this is my beef.
Here we go.
I think when you look back, you'll see the West Coast teams like the USCs of the world, the UWs, the Oregons. They used to play tougher non-conference opponents than I felt teams like in the SEC or the Big Ten did.
Well, yeah, because when you guys would play Alabama, it'd be like 56-7.
Yeah.
One time.
SC,
that's what I liked under Pete Carroll. SC would go out when Auburn was the top 5
right,
team.
I remember that.
They'd go out to Auburn and they'd open their season in Auburn. Remember Matt Leinart went out there and beat them?
Yeah, Jason Campbell. Well, I don't remember that, but I know about it. Yeah,
but I'm saying that's what guys like Carroll did in order to get the rankings to get up in the polls because they weren't getting any looks if they would play the bad teams like the SEC did. Alabama would beat Georgia Southern and they would move up in the polls.
You should look at each conference's records against Power 4 opponents. You should look at it.
I really don't want to.
I think you should.
I don't think I should.
I think it'd be well worth your time.
I mean, when you look at the top 25 right now, do you see anything in there other than Notre Dame being in there that doesn't make sense?
I think Georgia at 5 is too low. Georgia should be 2. Penn State at 2 is way too high. They haven't played anybody.
Yeah.
I think Texas being 8 could be a little high.
I think that's high.
Yeah, I think that's
high. Not a good Texas team.
I think Missouri at 23, they're really underrated. I think they should be higher. They're a really good football team. I think they have a shot to make the SEC title game and good win against Kansas as well. But, it's tough to judge the AP poll at this point. Oklahoma should be higher. Oklahoma's 3-0 with a big win over Michigan. Why are they 11?
Yeah, but how weak is Michigan?
Michigan's a good football team.
Are they?
We're going to find out today.
Yeah, we're going to find out today.
We will probably find out a lot more. That's right. It's tough to judge the AP poll at this very moment. Miami at 4, probably a little higher. LSU at 3, I think is too high. I don't.
How about Florida State at 7?
They're
an interesting team.
They have arguably the best win, one of the best wins of the season. Yeah, beating Alabama, but not just who they beat, but how they beat them. But they dominate every facet.
But I go back to saying how good or how bad is Alabama this year? They haven't looked good.
This is where it gets dicey. It gets really complicated in these. I think personally, Alabama's a really good football team. I think they're extremely talented, and I'm a DeBoer believer, contrary to popular belief. However, I think they look terrible against Florida State. So we don't know, is Florida State just that good, or is Bama a little bit down?
I think they're down.
Bama's definitely down.
I predict Bama will fall out of the poll this year.
Really?
Ooh, I do. Because I think when they play some of the better teams in the SEC, I think they're going to get their butts whipped. I don't think they're that good.
What teams do you think could beat them? Are better? What teams do you think are better than Bama?
I think Tennessee could beat them.
Yeah.
I think
they're on the road though. Bama's at home in that game.
I don't care.
All right. Okay.
I think LSU will beat them. I don't know if they're playing LSU this year. Let me look at their schedule.
I don't know, but LSU, see, the thing about it, you watch that Florida game. First off, that was objectively just horrible football game. It was like someone had to win that, and no one won it. LSU just watched Florida poop their pants continuously and said, we're just going to not lose this football game. You guys can do your thing. That's LSU kind of struggled to move the ball against Florida. Florida actually had more first downs than them. They also struggled against Louisiana Tech. Their offense did. So I'm skeptical on LSU.
Well, people are on LSU because of what they did to Clemson, but people didn't realize Clemson was so bad.
Are you seeing this Clemson score? They're down 24-7 against Syracuse.
They're bad. They're a very bad.
Yeah,
team. We all thought they were going to be something special. They were at 3. Yeah. They're not. They're horrible. But if you look at Alabama's schedule, they probably lose next week to Georgia.
I think they probably lose 4 games this year.
Okay, so Georgia, they lose.
Georgia, yeah.
I think Missouri beats them.
Really?
I don't know, maybe.
I think Missouri could beat them.
I can see it. I'm a big Mizzou believer, and so I can see it happening.
I think Oklahoma can beat them.
Yeah, I think so. LSU for sure.
I think Auburn can beat them. I think Tennessee can beat them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, they could lose 4 or 5 games this year.
I'm going to go out and say Bama's 9-3. I think that's what they do. I think they lose. I think they lose at Georgia. It's tough to beat Bama on the road, man. They don't lose in Bryant-Denny that often. And I think they lose one of at Auburn, at South Carolina, at Missouri, Tennessee at home. I think they lose one of those.
So you don't think Oklahoma can go in there and beat them?
No. I think OU is a good football team, but I don't know if they're going in Bryant-Denny and winning that game.
Okay.
LSU is at Alabama.
Yeah. Bama's at home. And look what Bama did to them last year. They obliterated them.
Yeah,
a spattering.
I think Bama falls out of the top. If the poll gods actually do what they're supposed to do, I can see Alabama losing 5 games and being ranked in the top 10 because that's how this stupid polling
That's
system
not
works.
how that works. No.
Yeah, lose 5 games and still be in the playoffs.
Cardinal Art says that. Yeah, exactly. Cardinal Art says what the heck with Triple H? How is Notre Dame ranked to have 2 losses? They may lose Fitzgerald's son on a decommit if they keep that bad work.
No, I don't think they'll lose him. I mean, Notre Dame was in the national championship game last year. Yeah. They just have tackling issues. Did you guys watch that Texas A&M game against Notre Dame?
I saw highlights of it.
There was this play where Mario Craver, an A&M receiver, he caught the ball, and there were 3 Notre Dame guys with the chance to tackle him right there. And one of them just tried to hit stick him, no fundamentals whatsoever. And it was legitimately the worst tackling play I've ever seen. Like, Notre Dame has issues that we did not expect. When's the last time you could say, okay, Notre Dame hasn't been able to move the ball through the air? Yeah, there's some truth to that these last 10 years. When have we ever said Notre Dame can't tackle? This team struggling to tackle.
Well, that's a coaching issue.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Yeah, defensive coordinator change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whistling Gerbils on a text line said, I'd make that bet. Bama will not fall to the rankings. The only reason that I won't make that bet, Whistling Gerbil, is because of how biased these people that do the rankings are. They'll find, I'm telling you, Alabama with 5 losses will be in the top 25 because that's what these guys do. They won't allow them to fall out. It's the only reason I won't make the bet.
I could see that. Let's make that bet.
History says that. History says that.
With Bama, well, I don't know. They play a really hard schedule, so there is a chance that Bama loses a lot of tough games.
And that's it. What you're typical SEC guy. See, that's exactly what they'll say.
Well, they play a tough game.
They lost, but they were hard games.
Well, how good they were.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame's in the top 25. Their losses come from really close games against high-ranked opponents.
Mm-hmm. A&M and Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they should be ranked in the poll by any means. I think they are a top 25 team in terms of how good they are. But when you're talking resume, heck no. Yeah. Shouldn't be ranked that high.
So Whistling Gerbil says, roll Tide. So that I figured you must be a Tide. Yeah.
Is he we have another Bama fan?
He must be another biased Bama fan.
I think Bama's good, man. They have so much talent. There's NFL guys all over that roster. They just haven't figured it out.
They just haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tua sucks. All right. We're up against a break. Let's go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, let's talk about some of this weekend's matchups. There's some good matchups that are going on right now. So a lot of college football to keep going talking about. So Weekend Warriors right here on 1580, The Fanatic.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona, and they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike, and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
My name is Mary Grace. There are a few misconceptions about Alzheimer's. It's not just memory loss. It's the loss of mobility, the risk of falling.
For more information, contact the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org. Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
To all my friends in Arizona, you don't need Gary Kaltbaum to tell you that your power costs are going up astronomically year after year. Last year, APS had a huge rate increase, which impacted so many families. This year, it's SRP's turn. There is a good chance that the federal solar tax credit, your hard-earned federal tax dollars that you will receive and that pays 30% of your solar system, may be going away at the end of December. But I'm here to tell you about the Solar Sandy solution. Don't regret not going solar now. The Solar Sandy solution strives to achieve zero power bills, or very close to zero. And for over 10 years, my friend Solar Sandy has been helping Arizona families and getting them the federal and state tax credit that helps pay for it. When those bills go up, there's nobody helping you pay your increased power bills. So go to AskSolarSandy.com. That's AskSolarSandy.com and fill out her kilowatt worksheet today. That's AskSolarSandy.com.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school. Quit hogging the bathroom! Stop!
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. One fake fentanyl pill could cost your child their life. Learn how to talk to your kids at TalkNowAZ.com. This message is sponsored by Substance Awareness Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Moving Day, a walk for Parkinson's, is happening around the country. Together we can unite in the fight against Parkinson's disease in a safe but exciting and fun way. So let's get moving. Join the Parkinson's Foundation to learn more and register at movingdaywalk.org.
He throws caution to the wind, only to have the wind throw it back into his eyes. He's Randy White. Catch him weekdays on the Daily Blender, only on 1580 The Fanatic.
The Weekend Warriors on 1580 The Fanatic. I know what that is.
Stop singing, please.
All right. Let's get back to the text line real quick. Cardinal Arts on the text line says, serious question, Ralph. If Dabo Sweeney loses today, will he be fired? I believe he will, because if you don't pay nowadays, they want him. Whatever. What do you think?
What do you
really
think,
get
Ben?
fired? I mean,
sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, bye.
It's hard because everything is in college football, as you know, now it's about money, money, money. You know, so you have coaches who are not very good and have posting losing records, but they're still there, probably because the school's still bringing in money.
Right.
So, like, why would we change that?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to say he gets fired, but I'm going to say that this seat gets a little warm. And I don't think it was warm after what he did last year in winning the ACC. Like, you have to evaluate yourself if you're Clemson as a program. It's like, what is your standard? Is your standard year in and year out to compete for national championships, or is it to compete in the ACC? You got to be realistic, because before Dabo showed up to Clemson, well, they weren't necessarily this perennial powerhouse like they've been. And look, you got to recruit against Georgia, Auburn, South Carolina, all those schools, Tennessee, all those schools are within a few hours of you. And so if you fire Dabo, who's been really successful at Clemson, this year isn't great, But if you fire him, you better have a dang good alternative.
But this is a team you thought was going to win a national championship.
It's such a talented team.
Let me
it really
let me prove my point here.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Colorado's 1-2. You really think they're going to fire Deion Sanders?
They should. He's a terrible head coach.
They're bringing in a ton of money, though.
Yeah, he's good at doing that.
Exactly. So
but eventually, if you keep losing, the money's not going to come.
Sure, eventually.
It came because of the promise,
right?
The expectation. But now we're starting to see what he really is.
Right.
He's a terrible recruiter. He's not a good head coach. He doesn't know what he's doing on the sideline. He shows that almost every week.
This is Deion?
He brings the publicity for sure.
What'd you say?
I think we learned how good Shedeur was at Colorado after these first few weeks.
Oh my
Might be that guy, Ralph. But
No, I don't think I don't think it's the sure impact. I think it was the Hunter impact. Because that guy, he was special.
I think it's a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
It really wasn't.
I don't think
But
it was.
no, he really wasn't. But I think Sanders
he was good
is
at finding diamonds in the rough.
But he's showing us that look at the recruiting job he did this last year. Look at the guys he's brought in. They've all been a bunch of turds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not recruiting at a high level. Well, he's doing this thing where he's like getting so many transfers, and that can work in a sport like basketball, in a sport like football, where there's so many things going on, and you've got to be on the same page with certain people and understand coverages and plays. That usually doesn't work.
I mean, if I'm a top recruit, I want to go somewhere where number one, I'm going to get exposure, right? Number two, nowadays, I'm going to get paid, right? But number three, they're going to help me get NFL ready.
Yeah.
They're going to have a staff that's going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think you have any of those three things
In Colorado.
In Colorado.
Yeah, I don't know if you do.
No.
Maybe the exposure, I think, is gone.
Yeah.
I think after the first or second week this season, people started going, yeah, they're pretty
I'm not going to say the exposure
They're
is
back
gone.
to being Colorado.
Well, they're back to being what they were before he got there, and people are starting to not watch him anymore.
Right.
The thrill is gone.
Yeah,
it's like when you get married, you'll realize this. Not my marriage, but when you get married, not my marriage, Ben's marriage, Ben's ex-wife. You get married, it's all good in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, truth starts coming out. And next thing you know, that's a pretty bad idea.
It's a pretty bad idea.
Not my marriage, but definitely bad.
Because she's listening, right?
She probably is. She probably run through that door and kick my butt. But anyway, and I go back to Clemson real quick, and you talked about is he going to get fired or not? I think it's interesting because I think he does a really good job getting a lot of good talent there.
Yeah.
You look at this year's team; it's a very talented team.
Clemson recruits dang well, man.
Well, they're down 10 at the half.
They're down 10 to Syracuse. They're about to be 1-3.
Well,
if they lose
the
this game.
issue is I mean, okay, let's look at Clemson and let's look at LSU. What happened week 1? LSU's defense before this year, these last couple of years, was bottom tier of the SEC. And what did they do? They brought in like 10 plus transfers, had the top rated transfer class in the country, and look at their defense now. It's really, really good.
Right.
Dabo doesn't use the transfer portal, rarely ever. And so when you have issues like this that Clemson has, like for example, they lost their running back. They didn't go in the portal and go get someone there. So they struggled to run the ball.
Right.
Defensively, they've been giving up some big plays outside of Terrell, or a little bit thin at corner. Could have got a guy in the portal there, but they're not doing that.
Well, you just helped me explain the point that I was trying to get to. My point that I was going to is that in the new college football world of the transfer portal, I don't think he plays well in that world. And I think, I think that's the problem there. And I think that's why he should probably move on. They need to find the guy that's going to come in that can recruit really well and play in that world. If you can't play in that world in the Power Fives, then you're not going to compete for national championships.
Yeah.
He's just not.
He's a little too old school, a little too traditional.
Right. Those things don't work.
Kind of like how Saban, a lot of people think that Saban left just because of the whole NIL and transfer portals and all that. Like I don't want to deal with that anymore.
You got to be able to play in that world. Otherwise it doesn't work anymore.
This is what college football is now.
Right. It's a business. It's a semi-professional league now. It's actually a professional league now. Right. And if you can't play in that world, you can't be successful.
Yeah. You have players who want to play there for an 8th or 9th year because they're getting NIL money that's far exceeding what they would make in the NFL.
And to your previous point, Harris, that's why a lot of your West Coast schools are not focused on that, and they're not playing well anymore. They've all those programs have dropped off.
Well,
because the talent's not going there anymore.
Yeah, my theory on that is the early signing day. I think the early signing day screwed over so many academically driven schools. Yeah. So because the signing day got bumped up, so these Stanfords of the world and Boston Colleges and Georgia Techs of the world can't get guys cleared in time. Such as if you want to go to Ole Miss, it's like, you know, you have a brain? All right, we'll take it.
You got to go to SEC school? Can you speak? Good.
Do
You're
you
in.
have a pulse?
Can you farm with the best of them? You can? Okay. You got a hoe? I don't mean the girl you're dating. I mean the tool.
Oh.
Yep. You got okay, good. You can go to an SEC school. That's how it works.
Well, Ralph.
And it's just, you know, it is what it is. I'm just here to state
the
the
culture.
facts.
No,
It's
no,
the facts. You know it is.
Yeah, I can sure.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, I know we're getting to the top of the hour here. Let's go over a couple of games. I just want to hear you guys' thoughts on some of these games and who you're picking. I know I heard some of your stuff yesterday, big Leaper Fort guy.
Yep.
Let's touch on Michigan, Nebraska. I know that I think Michigan's still a slight favorite in this game. I think it was a 1-point favorite, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ben, what do you see in this game? Do you think Nebraska's got a real shot at beating Michigan?
Depends on who's listening. I'm from Nebraska. My family's obviously a big Nebraska fan. And
Yeah, you're an Okie.
I'm also a realistic fan, a realistic person.
Yeah.
It's obviously Nebraska's first true test. Michigan, they've always played in big games. So it's Michigan's, you know, kind of big test, but at the same time, it's not really a big test for them. So I want Nebraska to win. I hope Nebraska will win, but I think Michigan's going to pull away with a win today.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought for sure you would go Nebraska.
Well, yeah, I'm a fan, but I'm also intelligent.
So are you not trusting the 3-0
I don't pick
start?
with my heart.
You're not testing that 3-0 start? You don't believe in it?
No, that's an interesting thing too about the season. I think this week in in football, college, or NFL, this is the pivotal week for sports because the first week we're 1-0 or 0-1 doesn't really mean anything.
Right.
The second week is when you start to get that momentum. Is this a trend? Is this a thing? When people are 2-0 or 0-2, like, okay, well, this is where we're at now. When you start going 3-0 or 0-3, that's when you start to realize you're separating the men from the boys and the leaders of the pack from everyone.
Even
So
when you're 3-0 is against Houston Christian and Akron and Cincinnati.
Yeah, no, exactly. They haven't played anyone.
Cincy's not too shabby.
Cincy's not too shabby, but
Cincy's not too
Akron
shabby.
and Houston Christian.
Akron's the worst team in the FBS, and I don't know anything about Houston Christian.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
So
know
this
the
is
name and you
this is
know
the
enough.
first true test. That's why I think Michigan's going to pull away with the win here.
I think Michigan is going to win this game, but I think it's going to be close. Both of these teams have their uncertainties.
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood went 9 of 24 passing against Oklahoma. Now, that OU secondary is amongst the best in college football. Nebraska's secondary against Cincinnati, Brendan Sorsby, their quarterback, had like 65 yards and like 20 pass attempts. Like they got nothing going through the air against that secondary. However, Cincinnati ran the ball all over Nebraska. 200 plus yards, over 6 yards per carry. Michigan with that interior with Justice Haynes, I think Michigan's going to be able to run the ball super well against Nebraska. I don't know if Nebraska is going to be able to run the ball as well against Michigan as Michigan will against Nebraska. So for that alone, I think both quarterbacks in this game struggle, Raiola and Underwood. And I think Michigan, just because of the run game, wins it in a close one, though. In a close one. Nebraska's time is coming. It's just not now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nebraska pulls off the upset.
Really?
I do. I think this is a
Okay.
close. I think like you. I think this is a really close game, but I think Nebraska pulls it off.
I hope they do.
I think they do. I think they're going to find a way to win this
I
game.
love Nebraska, man. Their fans, it's so good for the sport. They've sold out 7 straight years of games despite them making a bowl.
Again,
No, it's like 70 straight years.
Crazy. Oh
Again,
my gosh.
They got nothing to do there. There's nothing to do in Nebraska.
But it's awesome.
It's
But
a
you
flyover
could,
state.
you could just not go to the games because they've been so bad, but they haven't. They haven't
No,
checked
because
out.
what else are you going to do?
I don't know, actually. I'm not from Lincoln, Nebraska. I can't speak to that.
Let me tell you a little history. So there was one time I was in Nebraska. It was on a Saturday during a game. I was at a Walmart.
Okay.
There was one person working the register.
You're joking.
Entire place was completely empty, and over the loudspeaker they had the Nebraska game playing.
Oh my
That's how it is there.
Love that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm the only one
That's
shopping
how it is
right
in
now.
Knoxville too, man. That is awesome.
I got the weird look from the employee, like, why are you here right now? I have to be here, but why are you here?
Yeah.
Let's get one more game in. Let's get one more game in real quick. Indiana, Illinois.
I'm gonna go Indiana.
3-0s. Okay, you like Indiana.
I like Indiana. I think they're just better in the trenches than Illinois is, and so they win and they cover.
Ben, where
I'm going Illinois.
Oh,
really?
Yep. I think they're just an overall better team. That I think their ranking is pretty pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, it'll be a good
ninth.
game. Yeah.
I'm leaning Indiana. Leaning
Okay.
Indiana. Leaning. I think this is going to be a really good game, though. I'm actually looking forward to this game.
Indiana hasn't won a ranked game in forever, so we'll see.
We got a couple more games I want to talk about. We'll do that in the next hour. We'll start off with a little bit more college before we jump into the NFL. There's just a lot of good stuff going on.
Let's do it.
I know that Texas Tech's up 10-3 on Utah. I know you had them, and I think TCU is still up also. So anyway, good stuff. Hey, thanks for joining the first hour. Come back for the second hour. We're gonna talk some college football, get into some NFL. We got the Leapers Fork legend. You can't miss this. It's the Weekend Warriors right here on 1580, The Fanatic.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Extra Innings Festival with performances by Luke Bryan, Kane Brown, Hardy, Dierks Bentley, Jesse Murph, and many more. Friday and Saturday, February 27th and 28th at Tempe Beach Park. There will be exciting activities and special appearances by MLB legends. Be listening for this sound on the Daily Blender weekdays 3 till 6.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
When you hear it, call in and win. Or score your tickets now at inningsfestival.com/extra.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of health care, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
To all my friends in Arizona, you don't need Gary Kaltbaum to tell you that your power costs are going up astronomically year after year. Last year, APS had a huge rate increase, which impacted so many families. This year, it's SRP's turn. There is a good chance that the federal solar tax credit, your hard-earned federal tax dollars that you will receive and that pays 30% of your solar system, may be going away at the end of December. But I'm here to tell you about the Solar Sandy solution. Don't regret not going solar now. The Solar Sandy solution strives to achieve zero power bills, or very close to zero. And for over 10 years, my friend Solar Sandy has been helping Arizona families and getting them the federal and state tax credit that helps pay for it. When those bills go up, there's nobody helping you pay your increased power bills. So go to AskSolarSandy.com. That's AskSolarSandy.com and fill out her kilowatt worksheet today. That's AskSolarSandy.com.
Whoa, what was that? I call that my opening drive. You like it? Oh, man, you didn't used to do that. Talk about drive for show. Well, I got a few tips. You got more than tips. You got skills.
If you're a golfer, then you know that every year the golf manufacturers release new innovations in golf equipment for longer, more accurate drives, fairway woods, hybrids, and irons, not to mention the latest technology in putters. It costs a small fortune to keep your golf game equipped with the latest golf technology. In many cases, golf equipment manufactured just a couple years ago can be an affordable and upgrade option for your golf game. Tee It Up Again golf shops in the city of Maricopa and Casa Grande have a wide variety of some new and mostly gently used golf equipment at a fraction of the cost of new. Regripping also available while you wait in most cases. Trade-ins available at both locations. Information and location information at teeitupagain.com. That's teeitupagain.com. Locations in Maricopa and Casa Grande.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's the weekend.
Warriors. Warriors. Come to play.
Yeah, here we go. All right, everybody. It's 11 a.m. on this beautiful Saturday morning in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Ralph Romano. Alongside my guest partner in crime, I've got Ben Walschlager. He's a Colt fan. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the infamous, the amazing, kind of like this guy, Triple H. We borrowed him from the blender to come to a real show, the number one show on the station on Saturdays at 10 a.m.
Debatable.
Number one show in the nation.
In the nation and the station.
Well,
on
let's
Saturdays
not
at 10 a.m.
get ahead of ourselves. You know, I
According
think-
to Ralph.
According to me.
According to Ralph. Well, I mean, number two, like I said, I've tried to tell you this, Ralph, but you haven't listened. Number two isn't that bad. It's okay to be second place.
Well, and that's what you think of as a Tennessee fan. Okay.
That was not very
As a
nice.
guy
And
from
by the
LA,
way,
I
if
went
we
to
were
Cumberland.
second place this year, if the Titans were, a lot of things would have to go
Well,
right.
according to Phil, you will be. And that's why he's off the show this week. He's been suspended. Not only ABC
Suspended.
suspends, I suspend. Phil
I
and
forget
Neil
how
were
much
suspended this
power
week.
you have, Ralph.
Yes,
My goodness.
they've been suspended for their comments about the Titans.
Did Neil say the same thing?
No, Neil just agrees with everything.
What? He agrees with Phil?
Sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Titans fan, and I did not understand when
No, I'm
Phil
gonna
said
give-
it.
Neil, I'll give Neil his props. He told Phil he was nuts.
Okay,
And Phil
okay.
was. So, hey, join us on the text line, 888-368-1580. Be part of the conversation. And don't forget, we're live streaming on X, YouTube, and the Book of Faces. So, speaking of the Book of Faces, we've got Blissful Hayes on the Facebook chat. Says, good morning, Ralph, 5-time and Ben. Congratulations to the Dodgers for clinching the playoffs. Well, was expected.
Wait, what happened?
I thought we were done baseball. Like,
He
what are
just
we
wanted to
doing
make
here?
a
What are we
comment
doing?
that the Dodgers clinched their playoff berth yesterday, which that's I thank you.
Back
But
to
we
football.
expect that. Back to football.
Mm-hmm,
All right. Hey, here's another game I want to talk about.
Let's do it.
Auburn, Oklahoma. I think this is a good game.
You do?
For Auburn. No, I'm kidding. I like Oklahoma in this game. I
Okay.
think Oklahoma. So I think both these teams are 3-0. Yeah, they are. They're both 3-0.
Yep.
I think Oklahoma's 3-0 is much more impressive than Auburn's.
Yeah.
Yep.
San Antonio, Baylor, and Ball State. Yeah, that's nice.
Baylor's a good team. I'll
Yeah,
give them that. Baylor can be at the top of the Big 12 this year. That's a good football team.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Oklahoma beat Temple, Illinois State, and Michigan. More impressive.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Oklahoma at home, ranked number 11, which I think is a good ranking for them.
Mhm.
I like Oklahoma
I
in this
think
game.
a little low, if you ask me. Actually,
Yeah, it could be a little
Yeah.
low. Maybe
Yeah.
it should be like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a statement game for Oklahoma. They
It
want
has
to
to
move up those rankings. I think they not only win, they want to win with dominance.
That's right.
You know,
I agree. That's what I was going to say. They're going. I think this is an important game for them to make their statement, move up in the rankings. If they can stomp on Auburn,
Mhm.
they'll do that. So I'm taking Oklahoma, Ben.
yeah, definitely. At least by 2 scores.
Wow,
Yeah.
2 scores.
I don't think it's going to be a
Like
close
2
game.
safeties or 2
Two safety-
touchdowns or
2 possessions. 2 possessions
Okay.
of any sort.
Okay.
Yeah, because again, it's a statement game. I think for Oklahoma, they're probably not happy with being at 11. They want to move up the rankings a little bit more, and this is a game to do it.
Mm. Ben, just curious, the hatred towards Oklahoma from Nebraska fans,
Hey.
is that like massive still?
think- let's
even
go
though
to a
y'all don't
commercial
play?
break.
Oh,
Yes, there's still a hatred there for sure.
yeah. I wish they played every year. Nebraska and
know.
Oklahoma, they should.
Those were the good old days.
Mm-hmm. The
Nebraska,
Big Eight.
Oklahoma games.
The Big Eight. Darn right.
Yep.
I'm with Ben on this one. I
Are
think
you?
he's right. I think this is going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Auburn was able to beat Baylor by one way, where they ran the ball a ton. They ran the ball on 76% of their plays because Baylor, they have a good quarterback and a good offense, but they're not filled with 4 and 5-star talent. And
Right.
so these aren't NFL guys. Oklahoma, these are NFL guys. These are guys who could be making money on Sundays. So that's a whole
Mhm.
different structure. And if you watch Auburn's offense, what they did, Jackson Arnold, he's really athletic. He was amazing in high school, really talented. But does he know how to play the position at the SEC level just yet? Because when you watch him, it's a lot of first read, oh, not open, take off, instead of going through his progressions and looking at every read. Every single time with Baylor, it would be first read, open, not open, take off, touchdown. That's why I had like 150 rushing yards against him. He's not going to do that against Oklahoma. Look, OU hasn't been up to their standard these last few years, but there's one thing that Venables has been so good at in his entire time in Oklahoma. That's defending the run. Last year, they gave up just 3 yards per rush attempt. That is the 8th lowest in the FBS. That doesn't change. This defense is still phenomenal up front. And Auburn won't be able to run the ball. I don't think Jackson Arnold can beat you and take over a game just yet. I still think he needs to develop. John Mateer can do that against an Auburn secondary that gave up a lot of passing yards, 415 against Sawyer Robertson. So I think Oklahoma wins, and I think they win big. And I think Hugh Freeze, that hot seat conversation you talked about, his seat's going to get way hotter after this game.
All right.
Yeah, and I know Auburn struggles on the road too.
Yeah.
I think I read something earlier that said that they haven't won a road game against a top 15 team in like 15 years.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know about that. I don't know 15
Wow.
years, but it's been a long time. They've struggled on the road. Yeah.
All right. One more game.
Wait, Ralph, what do you think?
I already said I like Oklahoma.
Oh, you say you like Oklahoma. Okay. Okay.
You need to listen when I talk.
I do. I get too caught up in these things.
I just looked it up. It's 11 years.
Okay, 11 years?
11
That
years
is
Auburn. They haven't
crazy.
defeated a top 15 team in 11 years.
Oh my gosh, that is a crazy stat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Mm.
3-0 USC at 3-0 Michigan and 3-0 Michigan State at USC.
Mm.
Michigan State is going to have their receiver back, Nick Marsh, and their rusher, what's his name, Mekhi Frazier. They're both expected to play.
Yeah, Mekhi Frazier.
That's big for them. They needed those guys back.
They do.
Playing against a USC team that has actually shown signs of life this year for the first time in a few years at the Coliseum. Triple H.
I think this USC team is better than people think. And I looked at this team at the beginning of the year, and I kind of was like, this is going to be like a transition year, probably 8 wins, 7 wins. I think they can be a little bit better. Mayava looks confident, man.
He does.
He looks confident. At Michigan State, though, now, this is a team that put up 42 points against Boston College. They can score somewhat. And that huge spread, 18.5, right? The sports books think USC is going to clobber them. I think Michigan State covers that spread. I think USC wins the game outright by 10 to 14 points probably. And hey, Ralph, you look at USC's schedule now, all of a sudden, Notre Dame not being as good as we thought, that opens things up. Outside of Oregon and Illinois, but they do get Michigan at home. There's an opening for USC to be able to. You think they can make the playoff?
I don't know, because you have to go to Oregon. That's going to be tough.
That's a tough one. You're probably not going to win that game.
At Michigan, I think they can win. At Illinois will be interesting. Notre Dame, I think, is weak. At Nebraska will not be easy.
No, won't be.
Northwestern, I think, is a cakewalk. Yeah, I mean, Iowa, I think they'll beat. UCLA, they'll destroy. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs now. Could they finish top? Maybe. It's going to. It's all going to depend on how they grow from here. I mean, if you look at who they've played so far, Missouri State, Georgia Southern, and Purdue, right? I mean, Purdue's okay.
Purdue, I don't know. They won 1 game last year.
Yeah, they were what? But they were like.
But they're
2-0
better.
going in,
They're
right?
better this year.
They're better.
Yeah.
I think it'll depend what we see this week, especially against Michigan State. I think if they go out and destroy Michigan State, which I'm hoping they do, I think Illinois is in trouble. And if they can go into Illinois and win, now we'll start talking playoffs.
Illinois hasn't been able to run the football as well as usually. 3.6 yards per carry this year against a Duke front seven that has not looked great. Western Michigan as well hasn't looked great. I mean, that's a MAC team. And they haven't been able to run the ball too efficiently.
SC's defense has been okay, a little porous in the back end.
Secondary is struggling.
But the front seven I like.
Yeah, improved.
The offense is full of weapons.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I'm not a Mayava fan. I think I told you that coming into the season, but he's starting to win me over a little bit.
Okay.
Because he has looked a lot better this year than he has last year.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just that year-to-year growth.
Yeah,
we'll see as we get into games against better teams and with the weapons he has, how he does. But I think the offense has looked so good this year. I'm really curious to see how they look the next 3 weeks. So I think these next 3 weeks it's critical for them.
Critical.
But I'm going to take SC in this game too. I'm hoping it's a blowout. I'm hoping it's 3 scores or more, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll take USC obviously just because the lines are are ridiculous with them being 18-point favorites. So, but Michigan State, it's good that they're starting to get some momentum.
Finally,
Childs looks good.
Starting to come back.
Yeah.
Starting to be competitive against. I know they had some rocky seasons before, but
yeah.
This would be a good test for both teams because I know both programs so far this year they really haven't played anyone of high caliber. Michigan State's best win was against Boston College,
who just lost to Stanford.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then as we mentioned, USC's best win against Purdue, who are they?
1-11 last year. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
who are they?
How we know who they
This
are.
is the week that starts. Week 4 is the start where we start really find out teams.
Yeah,
we see who teams are.
I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And I know that you picked ASU to go into Baylor and win.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, I
still
did.
Sticking with that?
I'm still sticking with that. And the reason being is I'll say the stat again, what I said yesterday. ASU is top 10 in the country in rushing yards per game. Baylor is top 15 in the country in rushing yards allowed per game. And so for that alone, I think ASU is going to dominate the trenches.
ASU is just a weird team.
They are.
Sam Levitt doesn't, I don't know what it is there, but Sam Levitt looks just a little bit off. He's starting to gain some momentum, but
I think it's the fact that he lost Scat. I said it last year. Scattaboo was so important to that team.
Yeah, he was.
He would take that team on his back during games for periods of time and blow other teams out.
Right.
You just don't have that.
That's what you don't want with a football program. You don't want to rely your entire program, your entire season on one person.
One guy. And that's what they did last year.
Yeah.
I mean, there were pieces around him, and I think he made Sam Levitt better.
Yeah.
Right. But now that Sam Levitt needs to be the guy, I don't feel he's being the guy at this point.
Yeah.
He's trying.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he looked good last week.
Yeah. Watch the last game that he played last year against Texas.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
He played well.
Yeah, he played well, but he was the only one playing well.
Yeah.
He was the only one fighting until the end. Like, you can't have that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going next week. I'm going to go see them play. Was it TCU next week?
That's a good game.
That is a good game.
Good game.
I think TCU comes in here and wins, but we'll see.
Me too.
All right. That was my last college game. That's my last. Anything else you want to throw in there real quick before we switch to the NFL?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of what we got.
Giving you so much time for college.
What about Florida, Miami? That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, Florida, Miami.
I think it's gonna be a good one for Miami.
Sure.
I like Miami in that game big.
Yeah.
I think Florida gets blown out, and then the coach gets fired.
I think Florida can keep it a little close with Miami.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah. The public is hammering Miami.
Oh yeah.
Like 90+% of public bets are on Miami. It makes me a little bit suspicious there. In Florida, say what you want about Lagway throwing 5 picks. I think that is a statistical anomaly. That's not going to happen again. If you look at their game against LSU, let's take out the 5 picks. Okay. Let's look and see how Florida actually moved the ball. They had 10 more first downs than LSU. I think they had more yards. They had more yards per carry in that game too. Like, they were moving the ball better, just kept giving the game to LSU. Florida keeps this close if their defense is really good, which it is, and they run the ball super well, it is, and just let Lagway operate and play action and figure it out. Miami's going to win this game, but I kind of like the under, and I think it's just closer than people think. Probably wins like 24-17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miami's only a 7.5 point favorite, which is surprising, being that high of a ranked versus a non-ranked.
Is that a rivalry ranking?
Yeah.
Rivalry ranking?
I call rivalry rankings where they take teams that are so far apart, but they squeeze it in because of the fact that they're rivals. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I agree. I think it's going to be a little bit of a closer game. I think Florida's going to try to show up, but Miami will obviously take the win.
I mean, I think Florida needs to show up or they might lose their coach. I mean, if they get blown out, he may be gone.
If they get blown out, do you think he's gone like
I think
like
there's a good
Kiffin
chance.
USC style? Like, you're not getting back on the bus?
I mean, think about it. If they lose this game, they go to 1-3 and they lose it bad against a rival.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugly.
I think you've lost the administration at that point.
And remember last year at the Swamp, Miami kicks Florida's tail, destroys them. And they go up, these Miami players go up to the recruits who were visiting that were thinking of going to Florida and say, don't come here. Don't effing come
That's
here.
right.
This place sucks. Come to the U. So there's a lot of heat there. That is an FU. Like, we just went into your house and beat you by 30. If that happens again, I think he might be done.
It's crazy because with it being a rivalry game. Think of last year with Ohio State, Michigan.
Right.
Michigan beat Ohio State, and people were saying like, "Oh, let's fire the head coach. Like what?
Yeah.
They're number one. They're looking to win the championship. Like,
Yep.
but can't win against Michigan, so
Yeah.
fire him. Like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how crazy these rivalries can get in college.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Let's hit the brakes on the NCAA. We're done.
All right.
That was good discussion, though. There you go.
I loved it.
Triple H, I know you love to talk college football. I
Love
gave
it,
you
man.
a ton of time.
You did. I appreciate that. You gave me more time than Jeffrey's given me combined.
And the entire time you've been with the
Throughout
station,
the
you
entire
talked
time
more
I've been
today.
with the station. Oh,
I want to switch gears to the NFL.
let's do it.
Let's quickly look back to last week. Is there anything that stood out in your guys' mind about last week's games that you wanted to bring up at all? That's all I want to bring up is, as a Seahawks fans, I told you. I told you we'd go into Pittsburgh and win, and we did.
You were
Really,
right.
I'm happy about the way they looked. The offense, I thought, looked a lot better. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. But that's really the biggest thing for me that stood out. Another thing that I do want to ask, well, I know I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna save this. What do you guys have?
I
Anything?
got a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think the Giants can shock the world and beat the Chiefs this weekend?
I do.
Ooh.
Mm.
Russell Wilson looks good.
Yeah,
He looked really good. He looked like the
does.
old Russ last week.
he does.
If he can come out today or tomorrow and do what he did last week, yes, they could beat them.
Yeah.
Something's off with the Chiefs.
It is. It is.
What do you
Right?
think
They
is
don't-
off,
The
Ralph?
Chiefs aren't the same.
What do I think is off?
Yeah.
I think it's Tay-Tay. No, no, that's for Phil. Phil is a Tay-Tay lover.
Of course
You know,
he is.
I'm not sure. You watch these dynasties, and I do think they're a dynasty.
Yeah.
You watch these dynasty teams, and I think they all hit a point sometimes where they just start going on the other side of that mountain, right?
Mhm.
And I feel like they've started to go down that mountain. I think they're getting older.
Yeah.
I think teams don't fear playing them anymore. They kind of have them figured out a little bit. Kelsey's lost a step.
Yeah.
They don't have the receivers that they've had in the past. I don't think that they have the big guy to go to right now.
Yeah.
And that's hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
The running game has been suspect so far.
Mhm.
I mean, there's just a lot of things, and I see them bickering on the sideline, which you never saw before. And so that's interesting to me. I feel like this team is not where they've been in the last few years.
You think they can go 0-3?
It's hard to talk about.
I know.
And I think if they lose to the Giants, a lot of people are going to be like going, whoa.
The Giants did look good though last week.
They did.
Surprising, which was weird.
It's
Yeah,
Russ.
they never
Yeah.
look good.
Oh, it's Russ.
And
That's
he threw
right.
for like
We're talking to a
450
Seahawks
yards.
fan.
But he
so-
threw for like 450
Yeah,
yards. I
right.
think. Something ridiculous.
Well,
Like
it's
that.
also the Cowboys, and anyone can throw against.
I don't
Cowboys.
know. Russ hasn't looked that great the last couple of years, but I thought he looked like classic Russell Wilson last week.
Yeah.
He
We'll
did.
see.
That
know, him-
throw
He
he
did
had to
look good.
Neighbors, that throw to Neighbors at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was
Yeah.
vintage.
Yeah.
Vintage Russ. Yep.
I don't know. I mean, to me, that was the other thing that stood out was Russell Wilson and the way he played last week. Can he do it 2 weeks in a row? I don't know that he can.
Yeah.
I guess. But if they win this game, yikes.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is a comparison, maybe not. But the Chiefs sort of remind me of those like after Kobe and Shaq left, some of those
Yeah.
Lakers teams, sort of, where it's like, oh, they're good. Like they're still like they can be competitive, but is there that like second gear that we've seen out of those teams? Not really sure.
It's like when Magic got HIV at the end of his
Yeah,
career.
kind of
You know,
is.
and the
Yeah.
Lakers were still good.
Yeah.
but they weren't the team anymore, right? And
Right.
that's when Chicago started coming in and taking over.
Yeah.
Right. And I
Right.
kind of feel that's happening in the AFC because the Chiefs in the West, especially, they've been that great team. And to me, scarily enough, it looks like the Chargers are starting to take over.
Oh, wonder who called that.
I don't know. But it does look that way, right? The first couple
does.
weeks,
Yeah,
the Chargers look really good.
The Chargers are just a more complete team on paper than Kansas City is. Like they defensively, the Chargers probably have a better defense. They probably have a better receiving core, maybe better offensive line, but that's close.
Yeah.
That's close. Hampton's explosive at running back, and the Chargers have more pop than they've had. Like
Yeah.
in years past, it's been like, oh, they run the ball like crazy, and they weren't necessarily efficient enough doing that. And they would try to find a lot of play action. Receivers weren't getting open. Quentin Johnston looks like a new person out of training camp.
Yeah.
I mean, Ladd, I know he's injured, but he gets open frequently. So the Chargers have those dudes. I'm not
It's-
sure if the Chiefs do.
It's the Jim Harbaugh effect.
Mhm.
Oh, it is.
Wherever he goes, this is what he does.
Wherever he goes,
Yeah.
he wins.
Give him a year and he'll get him on the map.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's making Herbert a better quarterback. Everyone around him is better. They're going to be scary this year.
I know it pains you to say that. I'm sure it does.
I'm not a Harbaugh fan, right? I mean, I'm not, but I also
Right.
respect the fact that I think he's a great coach.
Great coach. Yeah.
Right. He's done an amazing job everywhere.
To think that Michigan almost fired that guy.
Yeah,
Remember
right.
that?
He's the only reason. He's the only reason Michigan won their title.
Only reason Michigan is like relevant
Right.
right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of McCarthy. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some more football. We got a ton of NFL stuff to talk about. We'll try to get a lot of it in, and then we'll do some picks. We got to do some picks.
All right. Okay.
And of course, I've got Neil and Phil's picks as well. They just suck.
Ooh, I want to see them.
Yeah. It's Weekend Warriors right here on 1580 The Fanatic.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local. 1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Innings Festival with performances by Blake 182, 21 Pilots, Mumford & Sons, Cage the Elephant, Sublime, and many more. February 20th through the 22nd at Tempe Beach Park. Listen for this sound to win your way in.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
On the Daily Blender, weekdays 3 till 6. You can also score your own tickets now at inningsfestival.com/innings. Innings Festival, February 20th through the 22nd, Tempe Beach Park.
My name is Mary Grace. I lost my mom to Alzheimer's in 2017. And 2 months after losing her, my dad was diagnosed. The earlier the diagnosis you have, the more time you have with your loved one. With my dad, now that I know what's coming, I'm able to create memories not only for him, but for myself. Though when he can't remember, I'll remember for him.
For more information, contact us at alz.org or through the 24/7 helpline at 800-272-3900. Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Life can throw a lot your way. For some, that includes first episode psychosis, or FEP. It can feel overwhelming, like hearing or seeing things that aren't there, or feeling disconnected from reality. The good news? FEP can be treated. Recovery can include medication, therapy, and support from peers. There are programs across Arizona with people who understand and are ready to walk with you. It all starts with one click. Visit learnmorefep.org. Sponsored by MacForce, working to build healthier communities.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona, and they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike, and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
I'm an Arizona truck driver. I deliver food, medicine, supplies, and hope.
And during times of crisis, I support our communities. But every day I see people putting lives and families at risk.
Distracted driving is deadly, period. Be aware, be safe, and visit sharetheroadaz.com and find tips on how to drive safely around trucks.
This message is sponsored by the Arizona Trucking Association Foundation.
1580 The Fanatic.
It's the Weekend Warriors on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, man, don't forget, join us on the text line. Be part of this NFL conversation. 888-368-1580. We're also live streaming on X, YouTube, and the Book of Faces. All right, NFL.
Yes.
Here's a question for you guys. Tom Brady. Did you guys see him the other night? He was up in the booth.
Yep.
Listening to the play calling and all that.
Yep.
Does anybody have a problem with this? Do you guys care?
First of all, Tom Brady is used to bending the rules, finding loopholes, Spygate, Deflategate, Tuck Rule, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So I'm sure there's going to be some sort of insert catchy phrase here, gate.
Insert catchy phrase here.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It kind of makes me dirty. It makes me feel dirty. There's something about it I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it bother you? It bothers me.
It doesn't bother me. I just know that there's obviously he's in the spotlight. He's got a lot of cameras and media and attention on him. So
You don't feel like it's a conflict of interest?
if there is any sort of conflict of interest that's illegal to the NFL, I'm sure he's been made well aware of what it is. He's not flying under the radar.
You know the NFL is not going to do anything about it.
No.
That's their baby.
Oh, no. They would never. Not poor Tom.
Right. I mean, the
No.
NFL has its favorites and treats them that way.
Sure.
I don't know. I think it's a bad look. I think it's a really bad look.
It is weird. Yeah.
I mean, you see the Colts owner on the sideline with the headset on.
I kind of like that.
That's
though.
cool.
Yeah, I think that's neat.
It's a bit micromanaging, but at the same time, it's like, hey, the person who's signing your checks is listening. Don't mess up.
Yeah. I wonder what I would be like if Jeffrey constantly.
He does.
That was the joke.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, that's why you're so reserved when he's around.
You think I'm reserved when he's around?
Sometimes.
What?
I think you could say a lot more that you don't. That's all I'm going to say. And you know I'm right.
I'm not going
Anyway.
to confirm nor deny this, Ralph. I'm going to give you the corporate
Well,
answer.
it's like when we were talking about the Bengals yesterday, right? I mean, what's his name? Joe Burrow going out with turf toe, right? So whatever heck he has, he's out for 3 months or 4 months or whatever he's done.
Yeah.
He'll be comeback player of the year again. Somebody said that yesterday. I thought that was
The
funny.
Joe Burrow Award.
Right.
They'll name
Joe
it after
Burrow
him.
But I think you were talking about the backup. What's his name?
Jake Browning.
Browning, the guy from
Yeah.
UW.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, how good he is, and Jeffrey just poo-pooed it. And, oh, no, he's no good. It's
He
like,
poo-pooed me.
big time.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, come on, man. That guy's actually a pretty good backup. He could be a pretty-
70% completion percentage, winning record as a starter with them. He's not bad. And that receiving core is so good in Cincinnati that there are a lot of quarterbacks that could thrive there, more so than they would any other place. So I think the Bengals, I think they're going to pull off the upset this weekend. I love that plus 136 Cincinnati. I love that.
I like it too.
Yeah. I think that's a tremendous value. I
Yeah.
think they should be favored.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals will do just fine without Burrow.
Yeah, they'll be defense. I don't know. That's the thing. Gives up a lot of points. Burrow led the league in passing yards, passing touchdowns, attempts, completions last year, and they won 9 games?
But watch the numbers Browning puts up.
They'll be good.
I bet you he puts up really good numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to be great for Cincinnati to win 10, 11 games.
I mean, at what point, if you're Cincinnati, you got Joe Burrow who's always hurt. I get it. He's a great quarterback.
Right.
When he's there, which is he's always hurt.
They either need to get a better line or he needs to move. Because whatever's working right there, it ain't working.
So this is what happens when you put all your money into wide receivers.
Right.
And you don't pay for the line.
He is fighting for his life every single week.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I guess I can't argue that. Who dat? Nobody. There's no one there. All right. Last real quick little thing I want to talk about is that I've seen a lot of this online, and I used to be the negative Nancy about this, and I'm not anymore, is the tush push. Right.
Okay.
People are
What are
starting
you
to bring
getting
it
at
up
here?
again, saying, man, we got to ban this play. This play is not right. We're starting to see a lot of injuries off it. People are always offside and they're not calling it depending on what team you're on.
Yeah,
now Seattle's actually doing it, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it is weird because when you're not running that play, there's neutral zone infractions and all this, but you see when they line up for him, everyone is offsides. Like, how's the ref not going flag? You guys are all offsides right now.
Well, when the Eagles do it, they're not offsides.
Right.
But when someone else does it, they're offsides every time.
Even the defense is in the neutral zone. Like, I think the refs just we don't really care at this point. You know what you're doing. You're going to get your 3 yards. But everyone's lining up wrong. And
Does
they
it
just don't care.
does it ruin a piece of the game?
No.
You don't think so?
I think it adds more integrity to it,
What?
Ralph. More flavor.
What?
The tush push?
Let me hear why. Go ahead.
Because it's football. It's 22.
It's rugby.
It's 22 grown men running at each other.
Not
And
really
it is
running.
such a limited. Well, yeah, lunging at each other. This is war.
I'm not sure how
Ralph.
to take this.
It is absolutely war. Come on, it doesn't get more
22 grown men
football.
touching each other with oil. I mean, I don't know how to take this.
And that's our show.
Was that Phil for a second?
If Phil was on, yeah, it's exactly what he would be saying. There's 22 grown men. They're all oiled up and they don't wear jerseys and they're touching each other.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
football.
He's probably wearing a Speedo when he's doing it too.
Probably wearing one right now.
He might be.
It's rugby is what it is.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
is
know.
a battle in the trenches, I'm sure O linemen love it.
Oh, I live for it.
Yeah.
If I were an O lineman, I'd live for it, but I would also I'd be in the ER. But I would live for it. Come on, how can you not love it, Ralph? Come on.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because we've never had this play for ages, and all of a sudden it's been invented. It's now a thing. Well, defenses need to figure out how do we stop it, make it not become a play anymore.
Well, you know how it became mainstream? It was USC Notre Dame. Was it 2006?
the
Bush push.
Yeah, the Bush push.
Yeah, that's what started this whole thing.
Kind of.
Ralph, you're a USC guy, you're
Kind
a
of.
Seahawks guy. They're doing it now. They made it popular.
Yeah, they did.
They
That was
did,
very
'cause it was
controversial
super
back then.
controversial,
Yeah.
right? So, just a lot of teams picking up where you left off.
You're such a jerk. I just think the officials need to figure out how to officiate that play.
Yeah,
because there's so much false start or offsides on that play every time.
Yeah,
and it's not being consistently called.
That's true.
Right.
And so that's what makes it so controversial. If they can figure out how to be consistent with it, then I think you'd see a lot of teams get away from it, because I think it's a violation almost every time. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm on the old Google right now, looking at the tush push aerial views. Like every play when the ball hasn't been snapped yet, someone's offside.
Everyone's offside.
Like, figure it out. Come on, guys.
It just bothers me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's breaking. When I say we're breaking the rules, I mean that.
And it's not the tush push itself. The issue is just how they're officiating it. It's
Well-
like it goes back to like the whole AP poll thing. When people are like, "Oh, you should get rid of the AP poll." No, it's not the AP poll itself that's the issue. It's just the people that are making the poll is the issue.
Yeah.
Well,
People
but
that
the
are reffing this is the issue.
The problem is that this play has significant impact in games.
Oh, it does.
Because now a 4th and 1 that you could stop most of the time, now you're not able to stop it as much.
You don't need to punt.
Right. It keeps drives going.
Yeah, 4th and 1,
But
4th and
isn't
2.
that-
Normally
isn't
you're
that-
punting.
Isn't
4th
that
and-
football though? Right.
Yes, if it's done within the rules.
Okay.
And it's being officiated outside the rules.
Right.
That's my problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. They
Like I said, Seattle's doing it this year and they've been very successful with it, but still, as long as you're within the rules.
Sure.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are not within the rules, besides Harris, you're a Colts fan.
No.
You're a big
How
Colts
could you
fan.
tell
I don't know how, but you're a big Colts fan.
A big one, huh?
Yeah, from Nebraska.
Well, I would be a Nebraska NFL fan if they had one.
And we'll talk about the fact that you and Triple H, because they're playing against each other's teams this week, if you want to call Triple H's team a team.
You don't have to. It's okay.
Daniel-
take strays for this. all the
Daniel
time.
Jones, is he for real?
Indiana Jones.
Is he for real?
I think it's funny, though. What did Saquon Barkley do as soon as he left the Giants?
Won a Super Bowl.
What did Daniel Jones do as soon as he left the Giants?
Started playing like a quarterback.
There you go. He's putting up numbers, and there's
Yeah.
already been talks of him being MVP. Like,
After 2 weeks.
is it him or is it the Giants?
I wonder.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how Russell continues to do. But yeah, I mean,
sure.
Speak about coaches on the hot seat. Dable. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his seat's hot. Yeah.
But so you believe Daniel Jones? Are
I'm
you
a
there? You're
realistic-
not there yet?
I'm a realistic Colts fan, with the history of the Colts and how they are. Like, I'm prepared for them to go 500 on the year, because that's just how it is.
Every Colts fan has the exact same response to this, Jeff.
Right.
Everyone that we've talked to has been like, "No, I'm not really. But I'll believe it when I see it. We're gonna go 500."
Right.
Okay. That's
Right.
what all of them have said.
Yeah,
So you're not buying it.
we're
71% completion percentage.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
great
No
numbers.
picks yet. 2 touchdowns, 588 yards,
and no punts.
No
That's r-
punts.
no
That is
punts.
crazy. No punts.
No punts this year so far. Let's keep it going.
Nothing to do with Jonathan Taylor's 236 yards that he's put up so far in 2 games.
He's
I
been
mean,
on the team for a while now.
but when's the last time you had a real quarterback?
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck, right?
Andrew Luck used to beat the tar out of the Titans every freaking year.
Yeah.
He was like 10-0 against the Titans as a starter.
Well, who wasn't?
It's the Titans.
I mean, when you look at their quarterback
Oh.
history, I mean, after Jones, after Luck left, what did you really have? I mean,
Right.
Yeah, Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, and then that project that never was going to work.
Anthony
Yeah, I
Richardson.
don't. Yeah, I don't know why the Colts decided to go with, hey, who's on their way out of the NFL? Who's going to be retiring next year? Let me sign them. Let's start off with Frank Gore and Matt Ryan. And
Right.
what are we doing?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
What I think's impressive
loved
about
it.
the Colts right now is Warren, your tight end, is leading your catching as far as yards. That's
He's
crazy.
good, man.
I like it.
He's got an injury though, toe injury.
Is he playing this week?
TBD, I believe.
Ooh.
I mean, it could be big against the Titans. You can't
Still
have
got
a guy-
Pittman though.
Yeah. You can't have a single guy missing for this game. It's a
You
rivalry
can't have
game.
a single guy missing.
No, you can't.
No, because let's look at the Titans stats. Because you don't want to have a single guy missing in this game.
No.
0-2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Got killed by the Broncos and the Rams. Interesting. Okay.
Is Cam Ward the future?
First overall pick last year.
Cam Ward, just 50% completion percentage.
I don't think Cam Ward has
287
looked that
yards,
bad. And
69% rating.
look, you know what? I'm not going to win this debate because I can't sit here and say that Cam Ward has looked great statistically pointing out a box score.
He's looked horrible.
But I can say, I think if you watch him, there's some promise there. There's some light.
No.
At the end of the tunnel,
I
Ralph,
agree
and I
with you.
refuse to let you take it away from me.
I actually put out in a snippet this week on our social media that I do like Cam Ward, and I do hope that he can be successful because I like how
thank you.
I like how hardworking he is. I like how he wants to be an NFL quarterback. He's going to do whatever it takes.
Right. Just like Daniel Jones.
Unlike guys that are third strings in Cleveland, this guy really wants to work at his game,
facts.
not
Deshaun
his
Watson, I don't know
not
if
his
he wants
rap.
Well, he needs
right?
he needs to sit behind somebody and learn though.
That's my big issue.
Right.
He shouldn't be the number one right now.
Correct.
I mean,
At all.
Will Levis got hurt.
Well, Will Levis wasn't the guy either.
I mean,
I know.
why not bring in a guy like Russell Williams?
Ryan Tannehill.
Why not bring in a guy like Tannehill?
Yeah.
Bring it down.
Somewhere where he can actually learn something.
That's who I think Daniel Jones can be with the Colts, is have like a Ryan Tannehill like resurgence. Remember, Ryan Tannehill wasn't great in Miami, and then he goes to Tennessee, the Titans, and he leads the NFL in passer rating and takes him to the AFC Championship game because he was so good in play action, and that run game was awesome, and he made all the throws that were needed to make. And I think Daniel Jones can be that for Indy.
Can Cam Ward be that for?
No, two totally different players.
Okay.
Yeah, totally different.
So
players,
since we've been talking about these two teams in depth, let's pick them. It was one of our picks anyway.
Colts.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I like him. He's a realistic fan.
Thank
what's
you.
What's the score?
65,000 to nothing.
What are you, Randy?
Yeah, I should make like a whole thing.
With Randy, yeah. 76-3.
76-2.
Yeah.
No, I think it's Indy's gonna win 21-10.
Okay.
Yeah, 21-10.
I think it's a little closer there. I think
Okay.
28-21.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it's
lot
close?
That's a lot of points for.
So I think it's a blowout because the Titans are so bad against the rush.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor is going to have a field day. And when he has a field day, he just makes Daniel Jones better. I think this could be like a 35-10 game.
The only reason why I think it's a little bit closer because I think the Colts are probably getting a little too cocky, a little too comfortable with being, where they're at right now.
Are they though? I think they're as surprised as anybody.
But this is a pivotal week, like I said when we were talking college football. The first week is we don't know who we are. The second week is when you start to develop a trend. That third week of football, you're starting to go, okay, this is who we are now. So I think this is important. If the Colts go 3-0, I think there's the good chance a 4-0 might be on the horizon.
I'm putting this down officially that you guys are both taking Indy.
Yep.
So I'm going to look at I'm taking Indy as well because I'm not stupid. But Phil's taking Indy. Neil's taking Tennessee.
Phil might as well commit to the bet at this point.
Neil, I don't know that you're listening or not, but what are you thinking, dude?
He's not.
I mean, I don't. And Neil is leading our picks contest right now. He went 3-3 last week with me, but Neil is 8-3 right now after the first 2 weeks. Phil went 1-5 last week, which says everything. And Phil is in last place at 5. Well, actually, I'm in 5. I'm 5-6, and Phil's 5-6. But yeah, Phil went 1-5. He was
Phil's just trying to give you guys a head start.
Yeah, I don't think so. He was pretty bad last year too.
He's just trying to give you guys a head start.
But yeah, so Neil took Tennessee. That's wow. Let's do this. Let's take a break, and we're going to do 5 more games. We're going to do our picks, and then we'll see if we have any time left to talk about Triple H. It's the Weekend Warriors right here on 1580 The Fanatic.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
To all my friends in Arizona, you don't need Gary Kaltbaum to tell you that your power costs are going up astronomically year after year. Last year, APS had a huge rate increase, which impacted so many families. This year, it's SRP's turn. There is a good chance that the federal solar tax credit, your hard-earned federal tax dollars that you will receive and that pays 30% of your solar system, may be going away at the end of December. But I'm here to tell you about the Solar Sandy solution. Don't regret not going solar now. The Solar Sandy solution strives to achieve zero power bills, or very close to zero. And for over 10 years, my friend Solar Sandy has been helping Arizona families and getting them the federal and state tax credit that helps pay for it. When those bills go up, there's nobody helping you pay your increased power bills. So go to AskSolarSandy.com. That's AskSolarSandy.com and fill out her kilowatt worksheet today. That's AskSolarSandy.com.
Before placing a bet in Arizona, make sure you are using a regulated gaming operator. It's simple. Visit gaming.az.gov/check-your-bet for a list of regulated operators in our state. Be on the lookout for unregulated platforms offering risk-free betting, high bonuses, or only accepting cryptocurrency. If you suspect illegal gaming operations, report it to us at gaming.az.gov/check-your-bet. Together, we can keep gaming safe and fair. Double check before you place your bet at gaming.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Department of Gaming.
Most pedestrian and bicycle crashes happen early morning or at night. The leading cause? Drivers failing to yield. Since 2010, traffic fatalities for people walking and biking have doubled in Arizona. So stay alert and watch for bicycles and pedestrians. There's no such thing as accidents. Learn more about the risks at azdot.gov/no-accidents. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Department of Transportation.
2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend. October 31st through November 2nd. Experience the thrill of NASCAR racing at Phoenix Raceway. October 31st, it's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. November 1st, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it all culminates with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship on Sunday, November 2nd. This event will sell out. Go to PhoenixRaceway.com for more. Don't miss the NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Get your tickets now. 1580, The Fanatic.
The Weekend Warriors on 1580, The Fanatic. Every time we play Black Betty, we get banned in Russia.
We get what? Banned in Russia?
Yes.
Wouldn't be the first time for me.
Seriously, I'll get a notice from YouTube that'll say we're banned in Russia.
What happened to all of our Russian listeners?
We actually, believe it or not, I've looked through the thing. We have listenership in Russia. It's bizarre.
Okay.
But we get banned every time we play that
Let's
song.
talk Russian sports, I guess. That's our next segment.
Well, the Winter Olympics is coming up.
Oh, boy.
Well, actually, they're not going to be in that.
No. T-Licious is on the text line, says Mike McDaniel will always have a home with the Niners. So when he gets fired, he'll have a job waiting for him. Go Niners. Okay,
sure.
Good for him. If he wants to go for a losing organization,
Yeah.
that's good.
I don't know about that, Ralph.
About
They're a losing organization. They're the best 2-0 team in the NFL right now.
All right, so let's do our picks. So here we go.
I'm joking.
We all picked the Indy Tennessee game.
Yep.
I'm going to do the easy one. So we got Seattle's at home against the Saints.
Yeah.
Now Seattle has a lot of guys out in their secondary. I mean, Julian Love is out. I think Witherspoon's out. Charbonnet, the running back, is out, which I don't think is a big deal, even though he's a great running back. And there's somebody else too. So they've got some guys out. So there's going to be a little bit of patchwork on the defense, especially going against the Saints, who aren't that good.
Yeah, I think the Saints are still trying to figure out who they are.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. Aren't we all?
I'm taking Seattle because I think it'd be crazy not to at home.
Yeah.
I think this is I hate these gimme games. They're such an easy game.
Right.
It's to have a tendency. You have a tendency to play down to your competition sometimes. Hopefully, Mike McDonald doesn't allow that to happen, and Seattle wins big. But I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle, I think, is the no-brainer on this one too. Because again, the Saints, they're still trying to figure out what they're doing, who they are, where they're going, who's playing what. So, Seattle for sure.
Saints have a good offensive line to where they'll keep Rattler protected. It's just everywhere else. I think Seattle beats them. I think he's going to get some time to dice up that injured secondary, and this is going to be a little bit closer than people think, but Seattle's still going to take this one.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I think Seattle's front seven is so good that they won't be able to run against them, and they'll get to Rattler. Well, we'll see.
He's been well protected. These first
yeah, but who do they play?
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're playing probably the best front seven they've seen so far this year.
Yeah.
All right.
Last game the Saints won was December 8th.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Another game. We've got the Chargers taking on the Ponies, the Denver Ponies.
I got the Chargers, man. Rolling with them. Might as well. Now, Denver, there's some, the receiving injuries scare me a little bit with Ladd battling that injury. I think, we don't know if he's going to play. I think he's going to play. But, man, that Broncos secondary is legit. They're so good that they can rush however much they want and just keep guys in one-on-one coverage, and they will be fine, which is insane. What that does to stop the run is astronomical. So Denver's going to keep this a slugfest. Still think the Chargers take this one in this. So give me Chargers. We'll go 21-17.
Okay. 10.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers as well. Justin Herbert's playing phenomenal. He's playing some lights out football.
That he is.
He's looking really good, especially against the Chiefs. He put up over 300 yards against them and 3 touchdowns.
Diced up that secondary.
Yeah, exactly. So I think against the Broncos, he's going to have another good game.
Okay.
I think it's going to be at least a 2-possession game.
Ooh,
Wow.
so a blowout. You think?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So Phil has picked the Chargers, but Phil picks against his Broncos every week.
Reluctantly, yeah.
He does it all the time. Neil picked the Broncos.
It's a coping mechanism. I've done
Neil,
it.
you're going to have a bad week. I don't know what's wrong with Bo Nix. Something doesn't look right. It's the receiver, lack of experienced receivers, maybe.
I think it's just the guys I put around him. Outside
maybe.
of Sutton, I just don't know if this receiving core is going to jump out at you. It's kind of like Herbert last year.
Yeah.
Truth be told, where it's like, who is a guy that's going to constantly win at the line of scrimmage, who he trusts to get the ball to?
Right.
Do they have that guy outside of Sutton?
No,
It doesn't seem like
I don't think they do. And I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
People are thinking it could be a sophomore slump. I don't think it's that yet. I don't think we're talking CJ Stroud syndrome or maybe even Jaden Daniels syndrome with the way he looks this year. I like the Chargers in this game. Like I said, other than the Bills, I think the Chargers are right there as one of the top 2 teams in the AFC right now.
I think Chargers are the best team in the AFC.
It's better than the Bills.
I think the Bills edge them out. I think the Bills edge them out right now.
I
think the Chargers are more complete.
Yeah, well put.
I'll give you that. But I think right now Josh Allen is the difference maker, and I'm gonna take Josh Allen to win a game if they had to play.
Buffalo's got like the closest thing we've seen to Superman in the NFL and Josh Allen. But the Chargers, well, that's secondary in Buffalo. Remember, third down defense was rough last year. So there's some questions there. I don't have any questions about this Chargers secondary at all. Who's going to emerge at receiver? Keon Coleman looks really good, but some unknowns in that receiving core. I don't have questions with this Chargers receiving core.
I think with Buffalo, and I know we're not talking about that game, but we look at Thursday night. I mean, the way they're spreading the ball around, you got Shakir, you got Coleman, you got a few other guys.
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean, he's got 6-7 guys that he can give the ball to.
Yeah.
And then you've got Cook running the ball the way he's running.
He's good. He's really good.
I mean, that offense is clicking right now.
I'd take Cook over Hampton.
And that defense is playing better than I thought they would right now. So, we'll see. But I think the Chargers in this game, I think I'm not sure if they blow them out only because I feel the Broncos defense is that good, but they were disappointing last week. I thought they could play better. So we'll see, but I'm going to take the Chargers. So we're all on the Chargers except for Neil. Go figure.
Good job, Neil.
He's on the Titans and the Broncos.
Cardinal Arts on the text line says,
yeah.
What did he say? For
Yes,
Thursday's game against the Seahawks, that's funny. I got $100 on it. Suck it, Ralph. All right. Well, you're going to $100 you could have just given me because you're going to lose. as well as 40 Winers game Sunday. We'll get to that in a second. We'll talk about that game. But let's go to the Dallas Bears game. But I think this game is interesting because I think the Bears at this point have been a bit of a disappointment so far.
A bit?
We talked about how we felt it was going to take probably half the season for them to start clicking because Ben Johnson, new offense, a lot of new players, a lot of new pieces. You got to get time together. So it could take some time to put it together. So what do you think, Triple H? What do you see in this game?
Love Dallas in this. I'm going to be betting on Dallas to win this game. I think both teams have glaring issues in the secondary. Dak, I trust to be able with that great receiving core. You have CD and Pickens now. So you have a two to take some matchups off of CD.
Right.
I trust that the QB, the receivers to dice up that Bears secondary that just got 52 scored on them by Detroit. This is a Cowboys team who won Miles Sanders fumble away from being 2-0.
Yeah.
So they've looked really good. They're letting Dak cook this year. It's a lot more aggressive. Like you watch that Eagles game week 1 and it's like he is attacking that seam. He's trying to thread the needle. A lot of throws that maybe in the game plan he wouldn't have thrown last year. So I think Dallas cooks up this Bears secondary and they win and they cover.
Yeah. I agree. I think Dallas wins and covers. The over or under on this is interesting. It's 50.5 points.
High for an NFL match.
It's very high for an NFL, which makes me wonder, like, should I take the under on this one? But at the same time, like, Dallas can put up points if they want to.
They can, yeah.
And if there's a team out there that they can put up points against, I believe it's the Bears.
So Triple H and Ben have Dallas.
Yep.
What about you, Ralph?
Neil and Phil have Chicago.
Okay.
Ooh.
I have Dallas.
Okay.
For everything you just said, I just think Dallas Dak Prescott could probably dominate the back end of this defense.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
And I think he'll have time to throw. And I think, like I said, the Bears are still trying to figure it out. They're not there. They're not there yet. You got to give them a few weeks. I think they're going to get there, but they're not there yet.
Yeah.
All right. Let's shoot over to the Green Bay game.
Ooh.
Green Bay Packers, who in my opinion right now are probably the best team in the NFC, taking on
the Browns.
The only reason I picked this game to put in here because it's Neil's team. It's Neil's team.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He's a Browns fan?
Yeah. He's a Packers fan.
Oh, he's a Packers fan.
Yeah, he lived in Green Bay for a while. So
okay, yeah.
We all agree at Packers, right?
Rarely do you meet a Packers fan that actually lived in Green Bay.
Yeah, he actually
I've
lived in Green
never
Bay.
actually met one. So many of them.
That's why people don't like him. But it's one of the reasons.
That's
I
why?
think we all agree Packers. I'm not going to waste too much time on this game.
Yeah, Packers. 100%.
I don't think the Bears have a chance in heck. I think they're wearing their new brown uniforms.
You mean the
sponsored by Dude Wipes? I mean, yeah, the Browns are.
I mean, how about that? Committing to the bet.
Yeah,
I love it.
Chocolate brown uniform, sponsored by Dude Wipes. All right. I think they'll be credding their pants by the end of this game.
Yeah, I really hope that. Could you not play Joe Flacco that game? Like, I love the guy. He's,
I would
40
play
years
Shador
old.
this game.
Like,
Former
he's gonna
Colts
get killed.
quarterback, Joe
He's gonna
Flacco.
get killed.
Play
Exactly.
Shador and go, here you go.
You can have this one. Like, I feel sorry. Like, he's gonna get hurt this game.
Yeah, I think Dylan Gabriel will be in by half.
Yeah.
I saw a stat where when Micah Parsons is on the field, quarterbacks have a 16 QBR, and when he's off the field, it's 64.
Wow.
That's how much of a difference that guy makes.
He's an impact.
What is Dallas doing? Like, what a genuinely. I mean, we could get into that. It's unbelievable how they traded him for not much. But yeah, Green Bay's defense just went from very good to elite.
Yeah.
Jordan Love looks good this year. Still wondering who's going to be that alpha in that receiving room, but that committee looks good. Jacobs looks good running the ball. This is a complete Green Bay team that is in it when you're talking about teams that can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
We'll see how they look. We'll see how they look in week 10, though.
Who do they play week 10?
I don't know. I'm just saying by the time we get through 10 weeks, I want to see if they're still looking this
okay.
good.
Hey, then
I've seen too many teams that start off really hot and then they fade.
Right.
Underrated matchup, Steelers-Packers. Aaron Rodgers against the Packers.
Steelers are better than people think.
Good storyline.
They're just dealing with some injuries.
I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. And just the storyline there.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Packers by 17. Sorry, I missed most of the show today. Garrett will outplay Parsons. Isn't Garrett hurt?
Yeah.
Okay, shut up.
He'll outplay him.
All right, final game. The Arizona Cardinals at San Francisco. So Neil has Arizona.
Yep.
Phil has San Francisco. Ben, who do you have?
Oh, this is tough. This is
It's really not, but go ahead.
only because I mean we live here in Arizona, so it's
no, we don't.
Oh, we don't. People want us to be, Cardinals fans. I haven't drank the Kool-Aid yet. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Me being a former wide receiver, I was a huge Jerry Rice fan, so part of my heart is with the 49ers. With it being at San Francisco, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna have to say Cardinals pull up the upset on this one.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Quick, Triple H.
Give me San Fran.
And give me San Fran. I think San Fran takes this game. All right, that's the show. We got through a Phil-less and Neil-less show, and you know what? A lot more educated conversation.
There you go. Look at that.
Hey
What
guys,
can I say?
Ben, thanks for joining and helping out.
No problem.
Triple H, as always, it's a pleasure having you on. Thanks for showing up.
Likewise, Ralph.
Thanks for giving us that college football insight that
Heck
we
yeah.
so much need.
Heck
One of
yeah.
these days, me and you will do a college football show.
Oh, I'd be so down.
It would
I'd
be
so
the
down.
number 2 show behind this show.
I think
on the
that would be
station.
number 1.
Be number 2. Everybody, thanks for spending part of your weekend with us. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week. It's the Weekend Warriors right here on 1580, The Fanatic.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Extra Innings Festival with performances by Luke Bryan, Kane Brown, Hardy, Dierks Bentley, Jesse Murph, and many more. Friday and Saturday, February 27th and 28th at Tempe Beach Park. There will be